welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. I just realized that in my previous video, I said Monday night as if today's Tuesday. The semifinals of Unrivaled was on Sunday night. They don't usually play on Sunday. Messed me up. Sunday night. The finals will be tonight on Monday night. And the Laces lost in the semifinals to Rose, BC. Chelsea Gray scored 39 points in that win. 39 points, which I believe is a record for Unrivaled. Some people were saying 40 points, reporting 40. 39 points is what Chelsea Gray scored. And so now Monday night will be the final matchup between Rose and Vinyl, the team no one expected to get to the finals, but the team that upset Nafisa Collier's team. Nafisa Collier, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Alicia Gray upset that team that had only had one loss and was undefeated for a long time before even that one loss. Rose defeated Laces, and now Rose will take on Vinyl. So we're going to have Lexi Hull, a part of Rose, taking on her WNBA teammate, Aaliyah Boston, Vinyl, for that matchup. Check me out. Hang out with us during the live stream of that game. A lot of people are making comments about Chelsea Gray. Oh my goodness, the point guard, or however they say it. I don't like that term. I just can't stand it. Sorry. The whole guard thing. No, you're the point guard. And so the comments out there are about the point guard and about what she did and about how good she is and all this stuff. Now, I've been watching Chelsea Gray throughout Unrivaled, and I got to say, she can pass the ball. She can be quite flashy in passing the basketball. She's a ball hog as well. When she passes, some of it's quite flashy and enjoyable. I've had a few moments where I'm like, oh my goodness. But as a person who's played basketball for so many years, I played the 1-on-1 and the 3-on-3 and the 5-on-5, the 2-on-2, the 4-on-4, whatever. If there's a game, I got next. That's, so I'm used to basketball. I understand that Unrivaled 3-on-3 is different than 5-on-5, WNBA, NBA, whatever else, basketball. But there is a certain way the game is supposed to be played. And I get that Chelsea Gray was just knocking down shots, but I didn't like the way she played. She didn't need any of her teammates. She didn't utilize her teammates. She wasn't trying to pass the basketball. She had some passes, but for the most part, it was Chelsea Gray playing by herself. And if I'm playing with her, I'm thinking I can just go sit down and watch, because you don't need us. You're not even thinking about passing to us, and you're just doing your thing. You're just going off. Now, granted, they got the win, and they're going to the championship game tonight, Monday night, but it left a sour taste in my mouth, because it speaks volumes about how she did not trust her teammates. And as somebody pointed out in my during the live stream in one of the comments, so her shot was falling that night. But what happens when it's not falling, when you've already shown that you don't trust your teammates? There was no way they could have gotten into any kind of rhythm or anything like that, because they didn't do anything but stand there, because Chelsea Gray literally was like 1-on-3 constantly up down the court, just doing her. So then you can't get in the flow if you're the other person. And not only that, here's the thing. You need a point guard who makes other people better, and you need people who trust their teammates. There was zero trust. I mean, if I'm on her team, I'm going, and if I'm the coach, I'm going, you don't even trust your teammates. Like, you must think they're absolute trash, because you're not trying to give up the ball. Like, a little bit. I think she had 4 assists maybe. But it was just, to me, at moments, it was exciting that, oh my goodness, she dropped another one. Oh my goodness, she dropped another one. Oh my goodness, she dropped another one. But this is a league. Now, if this is rec ball, like I've said before, if this is rec ball, then hey, go for it. 1-on-3 every time. I just sit down here and let you just watch, get your autograph when you're done. But if this is going to be a professional basketball league, they got to do better than this. And again, I know that people are going to be like, oh, but it was so, you see, I saw some comments out there. Oh man, this is so amazing. But if you're going to be a professional basketball league, you got to play the game. Even if it's a 3-on-3 game, is it a professional league or is it just you being ball hog? Because it was so ball hoggish. And after the game, after she finished celebrating, which they should have been celebrating because they're going to the championship for sure. But she made a comment about Naz Hillman. And I got to say, I was not familiar with Naz Hillman, but she was brought in because all the injuries throughout this league and Angel Reese was out injured. So they had Naz Hillman and she was, I said, look at her. Like she's banging down low, trying to get position. That's why one reason why you want to give the ball up. People are working hard. Give them the ball. You getting banged. She's taking on Alyssa Thomas. I'm like, Naz Hillman, I see you. I wasn't familiar with you, but I see you. But anyway, after the game, Chelsea Gray made a comment. She's like, yeah, I told Naz, I'm going to get you a layup. And I'm like, well, thank you. I mean, I that would be nice since you're the point guard, right? So I'm going to get you, I'm going to like give you a little something. She's like, I told her I'm going to get her a layup. And she did, but thanks a lot. I thought that's what your job was, Anyway, I'm going to show you these statistics because the amount of shots that others did not get to take compared to what she took just blows my mind, really. So here's the box score. Rose won 63-57. Mind you, they were down. I think it was like 47-29 at one point. They were down 10 in the fourth quarter. They came back to win this game. Here we have Chelsea Gray. It's hard to see here, I know. But here we have Chelsea Gray. She was quite efficient. I'm not going to say she wasn't. You see her 39 points here. Her field goal percentage, she shot 15 for 23. So she had 23 shots, 39 points, 23 field goals. And again, there's some efficiency, 15 for 23, 5 for 8, 2 for 2 on her free throws, 4 assists. Okay. But 23 shots. The next one closest to her would be Adrienne with 8 shots. Brittany Sykes with 8 shots. Naz Hillman, I was just telling you about. She went 4 for 5. Girl comes in and does work. 4 for 5 shots. Lexi Hull, 0 for 5. So 23 points and the next 23 shots. I keep wanting to rob her of some of her points. 23 shot attempts. And the next would be 8, 5. So I can't take anything away from her in terms of her being efficient last night. But I do have an issue from a person who's played the game, from a person who's watched the game, from a person who's coached the game. I'm sorry. I have a problem with you not trusting your teammates enough to get them the basketball. This is not what this is. This now is about. What she showed us was that she doesn't trust them at all. She doesn't trust them to give up the basketball. She felt like she had to do it all. And Brittany Sykes was doing some stuff. She didn't get that ball once Chelsea Gray said, I'm not passing the basketball, period. It was, I don't know. I mean, I get why some people are like, oh, it was amazing. But I'm like, no, that's not how the game is supposed to be played. It's interesting to me that Unrivaled awarded the assist leader of the game for the next game that followed, the Lunar Owls taking on Vinyl. And the wording that's used in that post made me think about the game before, and that's the Chelsea Gray game. Let me show you. So we'll start with this one. Unrivaled, Chelsea, 39 points, most points in a single game. Okay, so there's that. But this one right here, the next game, the wording of it made me think back to Chelsea Gray's game. says, like any true point guard, Sky, meaning Skylar Diggins Smith, finished with 10 points and 8 assists, making her the State Farm assist leader of the night. There it is again. Assist leader of the night, 8 assists. Okay. But that wording, like any true point guard, because I already showed you that Chelsea Gray wasn't trying to do anything. She had 4 assists in the whole game, Chelsea Gray. And this right here tell you that a true point guard gives up the ball at some point. I just kind of feel like they're throwing a little bit of shade there. I don't know, but that's what it seems like. A true point guard had 10 points, but she had 8 assists. So you are the assist leader of the game. And yeah, I think it's a little bit of shade there on my part, but maybe that's just my thinking because yeah, a true point guard should get the hands off the ball at some point. And Chelsea Gray, as much as she does some good things, she is a serious ball hog for real. Nonetheless, her team got the win and they will be playing on Monday night tonight against Vinyl. That's wild. Like, look at listen to these, the standings. The Lunar Owls had been 13-1 before last night. And before last night, Rose was 8-6. That's Chelsea Gray's team. And Vinyl 5-9. And Vinyl upset Lunar Owls and will be playing against Rose. So we're going to have Lexi Hall taking on Aaliyah Boston. What do you think? I don't know if you watched the game. I don't know if you've seen any highlights. You can see them on our Rivals X page. I'm sure they have highlights of Chelsea Gray. I'm just thinking if it's a real league, then you don't just have your teammates stand out there while you do absolutely everything. When I say everything, I mean, with few exceptions, it was like absolutely every single thing. And even though the shot was falling, to me, that's no excuse for bad basketball and selfish basketball and not trusting your teammates. Maybe this is the coach's hat I have on. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundant.